What is up, Ballbacks? JJ back here from Run Pure Bets with another free pick for you. Time's going to be Major League Baseball for Friday, June the 24th. Game's going to play between the New York Yankees and Houston Astros. Going for the Yanks is Luis Severino, and for the Astros is Justin Verlander. Current betting spread is Yanks minus 126. Total 7.5. No solo vids this week, or no earlier in the week anyway. But overall, decent showing on the live shows, 4-2-1 from last weekend, including Monday. So showing profit again on another weekend series. No qualms for me this MLB season for sure. And let's not forget we did grab a dub last Friday in miraculous fashion with the over in Sox Cards. And look, let's aim to build on that here. Now back on the home front, this week alone I've killed 12 spiders. God forbid my wife, who could fuck me up on any given day, goes toe to toe with like a 1 millimeter spider. I'll tell you though, fear is a funny emotion, right? I mean. Like, for example, like I don't fuck with mice at all. And I certainly don't fuck with rats. I grew up with cats, so I was barely ever exposed to the rodent family. But I mean, yikes, fuck that noise. I couldn't even imagine being like trapped in a room full of them. Here's another thing about fear. It doesn't necessarily have to make any sense. Like if I go to a theme park, I'll go on every ride. No fear, no matter how high, fast, whatever, bungee jump, roller coaster. Doesn't matter. But like if I get on the second step of a 6-foot ladder, I'm literally shaking like Michael Jackson at a Chuck E. Cheese. I mean, make that make sense, right? Well, I mean, maybe that's not totally true though, because when I was like 12 or 13 at a local fair in my town, I went on the salt and pepper ride and puked up all my Elio's pizza from the top cart down. So some of it got on my friend that I was in the cart, and some of it actually went down into the cart below. And maybe that was a little fear, or maybe a sign that humans were not meant to eat Elio's pizza. But my puke went straight down into the other cart as well, and the other cart had 2 chicks on it who started like bawling out, crying, like dramatic much. I mean, I have the immune system of like a superhero, so they should have been eating my vomit, with the hopes of pulling some of my antibodies instead of they're whining. I mean, like literally grow the fuck up, right? So what's the moral of all this, right? I truly don't know because it kind of went off the rails. But let's talk some baseball. All right, I'm on the Astros here. Moneyline plus 108, FanDuel, New Jersey. It's a pure value spot for me. And the Astros actually should be slightly favored in this game. Yes, the Yankees have been unreal, and I get it. The Yankees are not going to be an underdog here. I mean, maybe they could get steamed that way, but we know the sport ebbs and flows. The Yankees are starting to show some human life, right? They've been on Mars all season in this unreal phase. As of this recording, the Astros are up 6-3 in the ninth in the first game of the series. And don't look now, the Astros have won 6 of 7 entering the game tonight. Pena could return for the Astros tomorrow, but that's a bit of a pipe dream. Regardless, this team's been hitting all around during this stretch in the Astros. The Yanks, as mentioned, have been drinking the Space Jam juice all season long, but for Sevy to be sub minus 130 here, that's wild. Let's talk more on him as he's having a great year, right? I mean, the blemish would be the home run ball. 10 and 66 innings is a lot. Expecting to miss a few spots tomorrow night, though, and maybe the Astros cash in, putting it in the seats. But regardless, hard contact is to be expected. Sevy has the K stuff to wiggle himself out of plenty of jams, but not much wiggle room in this Astros lineup. Onto Verlander, who's quietly doing his thing at the ripe age of 39. A whip under .9 is just incredible from him, all things considered. Home run balls plagued Verlander a bit, but not nearly as much as Severino. Many advanced metrics have Verlander as the better arm than Sevy thus far into the year, and that's a nice checkbox to have in this spot. As for lineups, we'll call it semi-even, maybe slight advantage to Yanks, depending how you grade players like Joey Gallo and Aaron Hicks. But regardless, top to bottom, it's close. At this point in the season, the Yankees have gotten far more run production, though, from their crew. And, of course, it shows with their record, right? But, again, maybe a slight tide turn. I do want to point out the sensational season Aaron Judge is having. Crazy part is, between him and Yordi, they don't get near as much love as Shohei Ohtani, who has a few good nights a month. And people just endlessly knob slob him. Ohtani's been fantastic as well. I just find it silly that guys like Aaron Judge and Alvarez are getting taken back seats. Judge has been an incredible baseball player all year, best player, in all of baseball, in my opinion. And incredible season all around from him, especially with the long ball. And as you mentioned, you can't sleep on Yordi Alvarez either. Incredible season. I think, OPS of over 1.6, absolutely unreal, especially in the league these days. Anyway, as for bullpens, the Astros currently have a large edge here. Their top arms are healthy, and they've been electric. Both these teams are top 2 in bullpen ERA, yet the Astros are nearly a half run less in this category than the Yankees, just to show you how dominant their bullpen's been. Other guys have stepped up in Chapman and Loizaga absence. I feel like I always pronounce that wrong, but I think I got it right there. But really, how long can this sustain, right, for this Yanks bullpen? Overall in this game, I get the better starter, the hotter team coming in for sure. Lineups that are near a coin flip, much better bullpen in the Astros, and we get all this for a dog price of plus 108. Call it the Yankee tax at being at home, but regardless, I appreciate the soft line. I fired on Astros money line plus 108. FanDuel, New Jersey, may the odds be ever in our favor. I want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Create some fake accounts more. Thumbs up. If you did not enjoy, I hope you wake up with your nuts strapped to a car battery. As always, drop comments below your thoughts in the vid. Let me know who you're betting for this Major League Baseball slate. Don't ever be shy in the comment section. Fire away. It is warm water down there. As for this weekend, I'll be back on Saturday with a live show, and then again with a live show with Holden and Joey on Sunday. Spread's been fucking up the tennis streets, big time, especially, and it couldn't come at a better time for Spread because, we got another major coming up. And let's not forget about how close we are to college football and NFL. Tyler, of course, pounding player props all season long. Keger's still smashing the live shows. And we get another NASCAR show this weekend along with UFC, I believe. So that's great for Keger, who's just putting up tremendous ROI all season with his live shows. Strong team on all fronts, so check us out on purebets.com, see what we're all about. But with all this said, be sure to gamble responsibly, stay safe,